I'm here today to talk to you about a way that you can teach months and birthdays in your classroom in a very meaningful, authentic, and engaging way. Teachers do not need to use pre-bought or pre-made materials to teach months and birthdays. Instead, do this with your students. It creates ownership and makes the students want to know when each other's birthdays are. Here's what worked for me. I had 12 pieces of construction paper ready to go when I began teaching around months. We started with January because January is month number 1. Many times kids are going to assume that September is month number 1 because that's when we start school. In Wisconsin, that's when we start anyway. And so for some kids, it was pretty confusing to understand that January is actually the first month of the year. So in front of my students, I wrote the word January. We talked about how the J needs to be capitalized because it's the name of a month. And then I also, on a Post-it note, wrote the number 1, January being the first month of the year. We then talked about the people in our classroom that had birthdays in the month of January. I continued doing this same exact thing all the way through December. So for the first day of the lesson, it was just a matter of getting the months written out in front of the kids with the numbers that corresponded to the months. Then I gave each child a copy of a cupcake that I asked them to color, and together we wrote the date of their birthday on that cupcake. Then coming back together as a class, we organized the cupcakes onto the correct month and also sequenced them by the day on which that birthday occurred. So during this lesson, of course, it created excitement around the months. It created excitement around birthdays. Kids were constantly looking at the birthday chart every single time a new month switched over to see whose birthday comes up now. We also used this area to help us write the numbers 1 through 12, ensuring those numbers are not backwards. So it became a resource for kids that needed a place to look to make sure they were making their numbers correctly. So please take a minute, download the free cupcake template. Try this in your classroom. I promise it provides a meaningful, authentic experience for your kids, and above all else, it builds that classroom community. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.